We are on call to prove.
God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors through with all our will and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors through with all our will and might forevermore.
Let us pray.
Heavenly Father, we come before you today in humility and in faith. We thank you for all you have given us as a nation and the many blessings in our land. Thank you for your great love and blessing over our lives. Thank you that your favor has no end, but it lasts for our entire lifetime. Father, we declare, we ask for your guidance as a nation so that we might walk fully in your blessing and goodness today. We ask that your face will shine on us. May the purpose of our gathering here today, led by the President of the land, His Excellency Nana-Addo, be a blessing to our nation and to our world. Let the purpose of our gathering today be a pace setter, a bedrock of continuous growth in the lives of our children and our nation and Africa and the world. You are God with an agenda. You always have divine agenda. We love you for that, Father, that even when we have done what we have asked, the results are so much greater than we ever could have imagined. Even in failed attempts, you blow us away with your faithfulness to provide what we need. So we ask for your guidance and strength today. Show us the way and fill us with your courage and wisdom. Our prayer today is that you will be done through this event. Take what we have prepared and multiply our efforts as only you can. Stir our intentions to align with your righteous will. Remind us of your faithful provision when our efforts fail us or fall short. May all glory go up to you when we reach the finish line and climb over our benchmarks. Bless this launch event with the spirit of responsible technology development and a vision to harness its benefit for the betterment of our nation, Ghana, and humanity. God bless our homeland, Ghana. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please be seated. Many thanks to you, Miss Ashley Chooks, a third-year student of the Wesley Grammar School, for the anthem. And many thanks to you, the Reverend Andy Simpson, Senior Pastor of the Havila Praise Chapel of the Havila Mission. It was the illustrious son of our motherland, the celebrated Dr. James Kwejiri Agri, who declared in his lecture in Canada, and I quote, "Only the best is good enough for Africa." 100 years on, we meet here inspired by these words to give to ourselves, through our children and posterity, the best in this new era of learning, one beyond boundaries, because every child deserves a digital education. My name is Jerry Ajololo, and on behalf of the government of Ghana, acting through the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service, I'd like to say good morning to you all, our fathers, our mothers, my brothers, my sisters, sons and daughters, friends and well-wishers of our beloved motherland Ghana. And welcome to this great day in history happening right here at the Accra International Conference Center, on TV, on radio, and online. We welcome you to the launch of the Ghana Smart Schools Project, an extension of the Government of Ghana's free SHS and TVET digitalization agenda to transform Ghana's economy by equipping Ghanaian students with 21st century learning opportunities for them to compete globally. If this is not worthy of a round of applause, I don't know what else is. If I'm glad for one man in whose lifetime he's made a promise, and that promise has been fulfilled in time and on record. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the promise keeper, Nana-Addo, President of our Republic. Mr. President, there are no words, simply gratitude. He's come this far because of the support, overwhelming support from the Vice President of our Republic. Make welcome His Excellency, Dr. Bawumia. The arrowhead spearheading the reform of Ghana's education, Ghana's Minister for Education, the Honorable Dr. Adutwum, MP. We make welcome in a show of ministerial solidarity the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, the Honorable Stephen Asamoah-Boateng. Help me receive the Deputy Ministers of Education, the Honorable John Ntim Fojo, MP, and the Honorable Professor Kingsley Nyako. We make welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the Minister Designate for Information, the Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar. We make welcome the Minister Designate for Local Government and Rural Development, the Honorable Martin Ejay Kosa. Thank you. The Deputy Minister Designate for Communications and Digitalization, the Honorable Charles Echampong, MP. We're joined by His Royal Majesty, the Mamfihine and Chidomhine of Akwapim, Nana Ansasasraku III. Nana Yamawakwaba. In the same vein, we're joined by the President of the Osus II Council, Noche, Professor Ni Note Owu IV. We receive with gladness the representative of the National Chief Imam, his spokesperson, Sheikh Arim Yao Shaibu. The chairs and members of the Parliamentary Select Committees on Education, Communication and Digitalization also join us. Please, a resounding round of applause for them. It will be remiss of me not to acknowledge directors of ministries, departments and agencies, heads, teachers and students of selected senior high schools and TVET institutions, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. We say a warm welcome to you. Let today be a legacy for ourselves and for posterity as we share in the joy of our children as they receive world-class education. Welcoming us warmly, it's my pleasure to invite the Director General of the Ghana Education Service. Make welcome Dr. Eric Nkansa.
Thank you very much. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana-Addo, Vice President of the Republic, and the flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia, the Minister for Education, Honorable Dr. Adutwum, Minister of Information Designate, Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Asamoah-Boateng, the Deputy Minister for Communications and Digitalization Designate, the Members of Parliament and Ministers herein present, the Deputy Minister for Education, Honorable Linton Forgio, in charge of General Education, and Deputy Minister for Education Designate, TVET, Honorable Professor Kingsley Nyako. The Chief Director of the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Mamley Andrews, the Rep of the Head of Civil Service, the Head of Local Government Service, Nana-Addo, heads of agencies under the Ministry of Education, the Deputy Director Generals in charge of Quality and Access and Management Service of Ghana Education Service, members of the diplomatic community, our development partners, heads of second cycle institutions, teachers and students, distinguished invited guests, the leadership of our teacher unions herein present, ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols duly observed. Good morning. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I, on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Education, Honorable Dr. Adutwum, welcome you all to this historic event as we gather to witness the launch of the Ghana Smart Schools project by our visionary President, His Excellency Nana-Addo. Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are warmly welcome. The theme for the project, Education Without Boundaries, is visionary and aligns with our mandate at the Ghana Education Service to ensure that we deliver quality, inclusive, and relevant education for the benefit of all Ghanaian children of school-going age without discrimination. Towards the realization of this mandate, the service has been implementing programs and policies formulated by the Ministry of Education to ensure that learning outcomes are improved, teaching skills are enhanced, and education is made more impactful and relevant for the benefit of all. Since 2017, the Nana-Addo government has implemented cutting-edge reforms and policies aimed at improving educational standards and equipping our learners with 21st century skills required to participate fully in this fourth industrial revolution. These include the implementation of the free senior high school program and the operationalization of our STEM schools, ably championed by our hard-working Minister for Education, Honorable Dr. Adutwum. This morning, we have gathered here to witness the rollout of the many innovative interventions in our education sectors. One of them, the Smart Schools project. This is a program designed to revolutionize our classrooms in our senior high schools with innovative technology to make teaching and learning much easier. The introduction of the One Student, One Tablet program represents a visionary step towards bridging the digital divide and ensuring that every student in Ghana has access to the transformative power of technology. By placing a tablet in the hands of each student, we are not only providing them with the window to a world of knowledge, but also equipping them with the skills necessary to succeed in an increasingly digitalized world. As the Director General of Ghana Education Service, I am honored and humbled to witness the realization of this initiative, which embodies our collective dedication to nurturing the next generation of leaders, innovators, and change makers. The impact of this program will extend far beyond the confines of our classrooms, shaping the future of our nation and empowering our youth to reach new heights of academic excellence. On behalf of the Ghana Education Service, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana-Addo for his unwavering commitment to education, and to all our partners and stakeholders who have contributed to making this initiative a reality. Together, we embark on a journey that will redefine the educational landscape of Ghana and pave the way for a brighter, more inclusive future for all. On this note, I wish to once again, on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Education, welcome all of you warmly to this event. May today's launch inspire us to continue striving towards excellence in education for the benefit of all our learners and our nation. I thank you for your attention.
This is how the good people of Ghana, represented by the Noyam Dance Institute, show their love and appreciation for this bold initiative by the government of Ghana. Please, a round of applause once more. We say many thanks to you, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Dr. Eric Nkansa, for that warm note of welcome, calling us to excellence amongst many others. This morning, Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to give to you the future of Ghana's education. I'm talking about the 500 strong students gathered in this room. Would you please rise and let's celebrate you? And there they are. For you we labor, for you we toil, and do this at great cost for your future. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to also acknowledge a big C joining us online of students from the various regions. From the Eastern region, make welcome Ebri Girls Senior High School. We make welcome from the Greater Accra region, Laboni Senior High School. We make welcome from the Central region, Ghana National College. Let's make welcome from the Volta region, Mauli School. Let's receive from the Savannah region, Bole Senior High School. From Ashanti region, Prempe College. From the Upper West region, Wa Senior High School. And from the Ahafo region, Ola Girls Senior High School. And this is the first installment of students joining us online. I shall be acknowledging another set shortly. In moving on, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we would like to have an understanding of what has gone into the working mechanisms of this great project. For the next few minutes, please lend your attention to the screen for a production and experiential documentary.
Centered around the teacher holding a monopoly on knowledge and imparting it to students. Over time, students gained access to textbooks and libraries to expand their learning beyond the classroom. But this often meant struggling with the burden of carrying heavy stacks of books. A few years ago, Ghana introduced laptops in schools for teachers to enhance their learning processes. With a generation that is increasingly tech-savvy, it is crucial to once again modernize and transform the current education system to foster learning among these students in the most engaging and innovative ways.
Ghana has undergone major education transformation. We believe that the last 7 years have seen transformation the nation has never seen before. Whether it's education infrastructure, whether it's reform of the curriculum, teacher training, in every aspect or sphere of education, there has been some great changes.
The current style of learning is centered on the traditional mode of teaching, where the student is expected to copy notes and study everything theoretically. In this case, we don't get to leave what we learn.
The traditional style of teaching limits me very much in the sense that most of the times teachers come to class to dictate notes. You might not hear what the teacher is saying, or the teacher might be speaking too fast or too slow, leading to potholes in your notes. I might decide to go to my fellow classmates for her notes, but she might have left potholes or might have spelled a word wrongly, or might have even misheard the teacher, and this totally changes the meaning of the notes.
We averagely study 5 subjects a day, and the number of books, considering the textbooks, exercise books and notebook, maximum of 10.
When I carry those heavy textbooks to class, usually my back aches a lot. When I'm in the classroom, I get tired because of the movement of the books back and forth. And sometimes I get sleepy in class, which really affects the whole learning process.
This current style of teaching and learning creates lazy students, I might say, because since it's based on theory, there's no practicals. Students don't get the zeal to go further into research or research more about what they are taught. They only wait for the teacher, consume what the teacher gives them, and then when it's time for examination, they go and then pour it out.
In my line of duty, actually handling abstract lessons is a bit of a challenge. See, there are lessons that in school you know that you like the subject, but this particular lesson I don't get to understand. So you would have to change your lesson methods, and then you maneuver through the period, you ask questions, and they are like, oh, they are getting it. At the tail end, you ask them, they say, Madam, I don't understand. What don't you understand? Then they're like the whole show. It's really challenging.
Sometimes the time is not enough because a period is 1 hour, 2 periods at most. It has to be 2 periods, which is 2 hours a day. So sometimes I have to vary my teaching techniques. So instead of using the role play, for instance, or a stage performance where they have to act, maybe as we are reading a drama test, I have to vary it and use question and answers, discussion, or the brainstorming method.
Students have different abilities and they have different needs. So as a teacher, whatever lessons that you plan, you should plan in such a way that you don't leave any student out. So the difficulty is how you plan your lessons such that you make provision for all different abilities, all the different ability students in your class.
We are supposed to teach for students to understand. Now, in teaching methods, you are supposed to use multiple, options for them to understand practically. And considering how students understand concepts, you need to, sub-break these ideas for them to understand. And you need a lot of things to help them understand these concepts.
In recent years, several countries have embraced the use of tablets in their educational system, leading to remarkable advancements in learning outcomes. From South Korea to Finland, these nations have set a global benchmark for integrating technology into education. This initiative has not only improved access to information, but has also enhanced the overall learning experience.
What we are about to do, about to launch, is the beginning of something so profound for our nation. Imagine entering into a school where everybody has access to computer and therefore can learn the various software tools, the various application tools, and begin to create apps that can be used to solve a number of problems that confront our nation. There's a new dawn. A great thing's about to happen to our nation. The transformation is near and it's here, and I'm excited about it.
We looked at who the intended users are, and in this case, students at the senior high level, both TVET and Ghana Education Service. This tablet is for learning purpose, and so that also influenced the specifications for the tablet. When you look at the project, I always say that the focus is not on the device, because if it's just a device, we can get on the market. But this tablet comes with a teaching and learning management system, and that is the unique aspect of the project. On this platform, students have access to all the approved textbooks. What this does is it helps us bridge the textbook to student ratio. We have videos on every subject or topic uploaded on the platform. They also have EPUB versions that they can use. The other interesting aspect of the platform is also the past questions from WAEC, and we have a memorandum of understanding with WAEC to upload past questions on the platform. Now, the beautiful aspect of the platform is its AI to be able to give trial questions to students. So for instance, instead of just going there to memorize and solve maybe 1 year past questions, maybe 2019, you can pick, the system can pick at random and give to you to be able to try your hands on.
With the inception of one tablet for one student policy, I believe it is a very laudable idea where students are going to do away with loads of books, and they will not have to buy a lot of textbooks because I believe everything will be embedded in the tablet. And once they have the tablets with them, they are good to go.
Teachers and students certainly would work with these tablets to ensure that there's absolute good teaching and learning. First and foremost, teachers will be able to use the tablets even when students are not in school session. When students are home, they too will be able to use the tablets. They can use the tablets for research. It's going to make it very easy for teachers to teach. Even if the students are not even carrying them home, they can still, during contact hours, it's easier to use these tablets for communication.
The tablets will be used, one, to facilitate learning, both teachers and students, and also among the students themselves. And it will also create learner-centered knowledge construction.
Getting the SM1 tablet, once they have the notes on it, they have videos on it, they have lectures on it that they can study on their own time. It will help to boost them.
I think the tablet is bringing is going to help them to really apply their critical thinking to be able to venture into creativity and innovation.
Actually, it will make teaching and learning very easy in terms of note-taking, and then the students too getting records. They will have an updated record.
What we are looking at for is having all the trade areas, both the male-dominated trades and female-dominated trades. All the practicals will be put in there, and it will make teaching and learning very, very easy.
Apart from the learning management system, which is even loaded onto it, we also know that the students could have access to live broadcasts, live lectures, or live tuition from one of the best and brightest minds across the country, which could be seen and could be followed, right, by all students, no matter where you find yourself across the country.
The tablets will make learning more efficient because it brings about time saving. Student does not need to waste time carrying books to class.
With the help of this tablet, we students will be able to learn on our own pace and then make research on topics we are being taught in class.
Technology is invading the field of education at an ever-increasing rate. It has made teaching and learning very interesting and interactive through the introduction of intuitive touchscreen, just like the SM1 tablet that you are introducing to us.
Due to how these tablets are programmed, we wouldn't be bothering ourselves carrying books, plenty books to and from school each and every time, which will help better our health condition.
I could install apps that could give me enough information on the subject and broaden my understanding in the subject.
Even when the notes are a lot on the tablet, they can easily highlight the points, learn it in briefs, and when they have enough time, they come back and learn the whole thing.
With the introduction of the SM1 tablets as the new technology engaging, students, participate in class, that is engaging. That is, teacher poses a question and the student has the right or the opportunity to answer those questions using the SM1 tablet.
The SM1 tablet will go a long way to support students to develop the critical thinking, problem solving, and creative skills that will help to develop them both academically and then personally.
There are students who are underserved, especially those in the remote areas, in connection to our online libraries, OERs, that's the open educational resources. If they get these tablets, they are going to have access to all these line contents and also have access to the OERs where they can watch videos, materials on topics that they have to be taught.
With this SM1 tablets, many a time when our students get out of the school system, the confidence level is not really there. They go out to the world of jobs and they are not that confident. But with this, I guess it's going to increase that confidence level.
With this new curriculum core competencies, I know we talk of digital literacy. So it is going to make our learners digitally literate. And aside that, they will be...
So if you're joining us, on radio, on television, or online on the Facebook platform of StudentMate, we welcome you to the future of education as we launch the Ghana Smart Schools Project, a proud initiative of the Government of Ghana, which is an extension of the Government of Ghana's free SHS and TVET digitalization agenda to transform Ghana's economy by equipping Ghanaian students with 21st century learning opportunities to compete globally as we hand them one tablet equipped with every learning device. Please, a round of applause once again. And all this has been made possible because of the team that have worked tirelessly to make this a reality. Allow me to acknowledge all the directors. Would you please rise and let's celebrate you. Leading the team, our Chief Director, first female Chief Director, Madam Mamley Andrews. Please, a round of applause for them all. Thank you very much. Particularly grateful for this bold initiative. Our students joining us across the country. I'd like to acknowledge the second batch from the Bono region. Let's make welcome Sunyani Senior High School. Let's welcome also from the Bono East region, Techiman Senior High School. From the Northeast region, Wale Wale Senior High School. Wale Wale, the Vice President cannot see you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Wale Wale. Let's go to the Northern region and we go to Bisco Business High School. To the OT region and we make welcome KJB Asatu High School. Let's receive from the Upper East region Navrongo Senior High School. From the Western region, Sakrade Senior High School. And finally, from the Western North region, Queens Girls Senior High School. Together, let's hear it up for them, a resounding round of applause. Once to every man and nation comes a moment to decide. For him, it was about leaving a legacy. And at the call of the President of our Republic, he abandoned all to contribute his quota to the transformation of Ghana's education. Please welcome the Minister for Education, the Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Adutwum, MP.
Your Excellency, Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, Dr. Bawumia, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Ministers of State herein gathered, my colleague Minister from Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Minister Designate for Ministry of Information, Minister Designate for Local Government, and all other ministers, Deputy Minister of Education, Honorable Nchim Fojo, and the Deputy Minister Designate for Education, Professor Kinsley, heads of other agencies under the Ministry of Education, the Chief Director, Nanano, Osu Manche, Nana Manfehne, our development partners, head of local government and civil service, teacher unions are present, our students, and our friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to be here today. It's rare to have the president and the vice president at your ministry's event. And today, history has been made. I see my boss, the president, I see my boss, the vice president. And that makes you humble when you are speaking. So, Mr. President, with your permission, I'll continue with my address. You know, most of you know that I like the extempo, but not when you're president and vice president, because you can't miss anything that you have prepared. So I'll stick to the script. But permit me to say, Ghana is in the 4th Industrial Revolution. And we want to lead. You know, in the 1st Industrial Revolution of the steam engine, Africa was not part of it. The 2nd Industrial Revolution came, electricity. Where are the fringes? The 3rd Industrial Revolution of the computer, we used them, but did not build them. Now we are in the 4th Industrial Revolution, time of the artificial intelligence, robotics, Time when we can combine biological and the physical, the electrical, bring about innovation that the world has never seen. The time of YouTube, where you can go in and see what the people have done and do yours. This is the moment of Africa. And this is Ghana's moment. And I'm super excited that we get to embark on this after proving ourselves to secondary education from a little over 800,000. And now in 1 year, we have 504,000 students enrolled in our senior high schools first year. From a little over 800,000, today we have 1.4 million students enrolled in our secondary schools. And you know, for any government, that could have an achievement in itself. I've increased enrollment from 800,000 to 1.4 million, just clap for me. But that is not, I didn't say clap for me. I said, for any government, they will have told you to clap for them. But Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the visionary president, was not satisfied. He tasked us with the responsibility to improve the quality of education. So I always say, our party is the party of Manifesto Plus. We do things that we did not promise in our manifestos. Not a week passes by without the ministry receiving a delegation of chiefs asking for a STEM school. The STEM agenda is moving, and it's moving fast. But we also know digitalization and what the vice president has championed with the permission of the president. When you look at digitalizing the address system, mobile money interoperability. And I cannot even count because every day you turn around and he's launching something. I call him the techno-politician. The technocrat politician who is digitalizing everything under the visionary president of our time. Things are getting exciting. Many of us are familiar with a quote from the celebrated American civil rights leader Malcolm X, who said, education, and I quote, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it, unquote. I'm also tempted to quote another American, Benjamin Franklin, who said, and I quote, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest, unquote. After improving access to secondary education, we are now enhancing the quality so that we create a pipeline of the next generation of Ghanaians from our kindergarten, through primary schools, through our junior high schools, to our senior high schools. And when I talk about Manifesto Plus, we did not promise in our manifesto that we're going to transform kindergartens and transform primary schools and make them centers of excellence, but it's happening under the leadership of the president. But today we are here to talk about digitalization in our high schools. See, since assuming power in 2017, this government prioritized education and proceeded to demonstrate this commitment. When it was said free senior high school was impossible, the government went ahead to prove otherwise, and today, some 5.7 million children, who are our own children, brothers and sisters, have benefited from the program. We have produced some impressive outcomes and results from the West Africa Senior High School Certificate Examination. And recently I heard somebody saying that Ghana is no longer part of WASI, but we still top WASI. Last year, 2 out of 3 high-performing WASI students in West Africa were from Ghana. And the two came from a very unique school in Bono, St. James High School and Seminary. This year, the 3 topmost students in West Africa all came from Ghana. And once again, 2 of them came from St. James. And 1 from our own Laboni Senior High School. This is the legacy of Nana-Addo led government. But that is not all. Across the country, we have enhanced the state of infrastructure on various campuses and provided more textbooks and other teaching and learning materials. We have taken steps to enrich the curriculum as we chart a new pathway to future high school education. We have provided computers to schools and provided free Wi-Fi to propel their utilization. We have worked with teachers through their unions to procure laptops for them to aid their work. We have also boosted the reward system with an enhanced Best Teacher Award scheme. This government will continue to ensure the education sector continue to receive its part of the government's investment. Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, time is taking so far for Ghana and the rest of the world to achieve the targets set in the Sustainable Development Goals. And for us in the education arena, we have only the next 6 years to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and produce lifelong learning opportunities for all. And I'm happy to report that we are on course in achieving this target, achieving inclusive and quality education for all. Reaffirms the belief that education is one of the most powerful and proven vehicles for socio-economic transformation. We will witness within the next few weeks and months the conversion on some of our existing buildings in our high schools into a smart learning environment. Construction is about to begin in earnest. The development of new smart schools across the country. There will be an establishment of aftercare centers in campuses to attend to computers that may need repair. We are setting up a 24-hour call center to resolve all consumer issues, including complaints from our students who are going to use these devices. The future of our education system is what we are witnessing today. A live participation from our schools across the country, the first of its kind at this Ministry of Education. The future is here. We are actually embarked on an agenda for the transformation of Ghana. The future of Ghana couldn't be brighter than what we are seeing. We are on a trajectory to a great future. And I can assure you, under Nana-Addo, a foundation has been laid. We are building on it. The future is here today. Ghana will be a great participant in the 4th Industrial Revolution. We will win. And the winning begins from today. Education changes the fortunes of countries. No country has transformed itself without improving its education system. We have begun something that 10 years, 20 years from now, the world will talk about. The world will come and see Ghana, see the innovation that brought about the transformation. Historians, Mr. President, will be kind to you. You have done the impossible in the COVID era. I did an interview with a reporter. Talk about all the things that we have done. The new junior high schools we are building. The community schools we are building. All the innovations that we've done, including ensuring that teacher education is 4 years instead of 3, which means it's costing the country more. And the reporter looked at me and said, So you are doing all this in the midst of economic challenges, and I said that is what a visionary president does. He had to find an antidote to the economic challenges by laying a strong and robust foundation for the economy, that this economy will stand the test of time. This is the foundation that we build upon in the years to come. Mr. President, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, I'm so grateful for this opportunity of being Ghana's Minister for Education at this time in our history. I'm grateful. Thank you all, and God bless you all.
And posterity will be kind to his legacy. Ghana's Minister for Education, the Honorable Yao Adutwum MP. Thank you, sir, for that heart-stirring speech. In moving on, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we want to understand what we mean by the future of Ghana's education. For the next few minutes, please lend your unbiased attention to the screen. What did we just see? I'll tell you what you didn't see, because what you really must see is outside there. This was just a sneak peek of what we intend to do by way of smart classrooms, which you shall behold in its full glory outside when the President of the Republic, together with the Vice President, officially outdoor it to us. Is that a good deal? This morning, it's my pleasure to invite Edmond Kweku Asumening, Ativo Godswick Kwabla, Marvelous Ano, students of Wesley Grammar, together with Khadija from the Accra Technical Training Center, for a presentation. A round of applause for them.
This nation, your nation, my nation, our nation, Ghana's educational journey has come a long way from the shackles of colonial rule, where schools were a privilege, not a right, reserved only for the children of the elite, while the masses stumbled in ignorance. To then, when the flames of independence were lit and with it a burning desire to learn and to break the chains of ignorance that had bound us for far too long.
Then public schools sprouted across the land, opening the doors of knowledge bit by bit. Yet the path was still lined with hurdles. Crumbling infrastructure, lacking resources, overcrowded classrooms, ill-equipped libraries.
Policies emerged to bridge the gap, expanding facilities, training more teachers, but financial barriers remained a challenge, excluding their intelligent minds trapped in poverty's grip.
Until the day a revolution dawned, the free SHS policy. A dream realized, dismantling the financial hurdles, making education a right, not just a privilege.
For the first time, I, Edmond Kweku Asume, could dream. For the first time,
I, Abdulaziz Khadija, could finally dream.
For the first time, we, the students of Ghana, could dream. For the very first time. Aspire for heights our parents could not fathom. To become engineers, professors, doctors, to become fashion designers, teachers, innovators.
Uplifting ourselves, our families, and our nation. Yet, even as we bask in this monumental stride, the world continues to accelerate ahead, leaving us grasping for a new digital future, where knowledge is boundless, accessible, and engaging. So today, I ask you, and you, to dream with us.
What if every student's journey was transformed? If the tools to conquer this digital age were quite literally at our fingertips. Imagine. What if tablets became our portable libraries, loaded with a universe worth of knowledge, constantly updated, nurturing curious minds to explore, question, and innovate without limits?
What if classrooms transcended the four walls, reaching across towns, cities, and nations to learn from the experts, no matter the distance, erasing boundaries, uniting our people?
What if we had unlimited access to exam practice tools, from past questions to learning tools, and many, many more? No student, and I mean no student, not even a single student would be left behind. We will be armed with all the tools we need to strive and excel without failure.
What if all this wasn't just another what if?
Yes, but the launch of a bold new reality for the students of Ghana to finally soar, unshackling our minds to reach limitless heights.
What if the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana-Addo could mount the stage to offer us yet another innovative solution to make this what if a reality? What if, Mr. President, you could kindly mount the stage to outdoor and unveil the new era of education?
Let's start from here. Thank you for that limited opportunities.
Eminent clergy, Christian and Muslim, the Vice President, the MPP presidential candidate for the 2024 election, Minister for Education and Member of Parliament for Bosomtwe, the Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Deputy Minister for Education and Member of Parliament for Asin South, Ministers and Deputy Ministers designate, Members of Parliament, Director General of the Ghana Education Service, the Head of the Local Government Service, President of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, leadership of teacher unions, esteemed traditional rulers from Mamfe, Ekwapim and Osu, members of the Diplomatic Corps, students, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. On 27th February 2024, whilst delivering the message on the state of the nation to Parliament, I intimated that government had begun the rollout of the one tablet per student policy at all senior high schools. It is intended to be a great tool to help bridge the gap between disadvantaged and privileged students. Today, I have the singular honor of launching officially yet another intervention to add further impetus to what I've already described as a transformative policy that has broken myths and liberated minds, the free senior high school program. Ladies and gentlemen, education is not merely a right, a privilege. We now know that it is a fundamental right whose enforcement empowers individuals, transforms societies, and propels nations towards progress and development. As we gather here today, let us reflect on the crucial role that education plays in shaping the destiny of our nation. Indeed, education is at the center of poverty eradication. It therefore explains why, against all odds, I went ahead to propose and subsequently implemented the free senior high school program, popularly known as Free SHS, in September 2017, 9 months after I took office. From the initial annual enrollment of 422,940 in 2017, some 503,000 children enter senior high school this year, the highest ever enrollment of children into senior high school in a single year in our history. With 5.10 million children having so far benefited from this SHS policy since it was instituted in September 2017. The considerable budgetary allocations within the period, totaling some 12.8 billion cedis, amply demonstrate the sheer determination by the Akufo-Addo government to ensure that education becomes a catalyst around which the future transformation of our nation will revolve. I'm particularly proud of how, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and other dire economic constraints, we've been able to sustain the free senior high school program and advance it even further with the addition of TVET and STEM without compromising the needs of the lower level of our education system. Again, I have on a previous occasion touted my administration's monumental strides in the digitalization agenda and singled out for praise the leadership role of my excellent and indefatigable Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the man all of us, including even his enemies in the MDC, called Dr. Digitalization. Through his sterling efforts, transparency, efficiency, and accountability in the public sector have improved significantly. Under my direction, government took a decision to align the digitalization agenda to education improvement initiatives, from pre-tertiary all the way to the tertiary level, which is the reason for today's function. Government is determined to derive the optimum benefits in the twin areas of education and digitalization. I dare say that the investment and commensurate commitment towards education enhancement over the last 7 years is unmatched by any government since the inception of our Fourth Republic some 31 years ago. These are seen in the areas of policy, infrastructure, equipment and retooling, furniture, scholarship, stationery provision, and enhancement of teacher welfare. One of the things that the COVID-19 pandemic succeeded in doing to us was to expose our vulnerability in so many areas of our lives, including the education sector. But it also created for us opportunities for innovation. It taught us to think, to find new ways to solve our problems. One of such was an opportunity to leverage on the digitalization option it presented to us. Indeed, the pandemic gave us a rare opportunity to accelerate the adoption of digital technology and shielded productivity. You will realize that as a forward-looking government, we seized the opportunity, led by the Vice President, to close the gaps that were existing in our digitalization space, and most importantly, ensure that the gains from digitalization policies are broadly shared in an inclusive manner. Based on this, government instituted a number of measures to ensure that education delivery was not hampered in any way. Students and teachers wore nose masks or face shields, and online or technology-aided distance education became popularized. The Ministry of Education spearheaded the distribution of some 200,000 laptops to teachers in pre-tertiary institutions nationwide. To enable them to derive maximum use of the computers, government trained beneficiary teachers on usage and utilization of applications embedded in the computers to facilitate the preparation of lesson notes and research, among other uses. This meant that the use of chalk and its associated health risks to both students and teachers were eliminated, thereby making our education delivery environmentally sustainable, as enshrined in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 3, 4, 8, and 11, as well as the tenets of the UN climate change conferences of COPs 21 and 27. In furtherance of our digitalization agenda in the education sector, government is proceeding with plans to distribute 1.3 million educational tablets to students in senior high school. That is one student per tablet under the Ghana Smart Schools project. The tablets are fitted with digital contents to aid research, teaching, and learning. At the tertiary level, government plans to provide, at a discounted price, tablets and laptops to students and lecturers to facilitate academic work. Though largely successful, government continues to seek innovative ways to boost further the free SHS policy. Government is convinced that the next phase of free SHS enhancement will be propelled by digitalization. This will allow a seamless online and offline teaching and learning experience. Indeed, the enhanced free SHS school will be environmentally friendly, boost academic performance, fitted with interactive displays, interactive learning, and increased productivity, which is what has given birth to the Ghana Smart Schools project. The project seeks to deepen the application of IT in teaching and learning at the second cycle level. It will ultimately enhance the performance of students and prepare them better for higher learning and the competitive careers in future. The other component of the Ghana Smart School project is the provision of modernized infrastructure. Government intends to build 100 smart schools across the country. The first 30 of these will be completed this year, and the remaining 70 expected to be completed in the next 2 years. And for the avoidance of doubt, It is planned that the 100 smart schools will be located in the following cities and towns in all 16 regions. Eastern Region, Kufuorua, Akropong, Chebi and Abetifi. Greater Accra Region, Achimota, Ajingano, Amasamai and Medina. Volta Region, Ho, Oti Region, Dambai, Ahafu Region, Mem. Bron East Region, Techiman and Nkuranza. Northeast Region, Nalerigo. Western North Region, Enchi. Central Region, Salpond and Kasua. Western Region, Takrady, Takwa and Wasa Ekropol. Bono Region, Sunyani, Fiapre. Ashanti Region, Tepa, Dwabeng, Mampong and Kumasi, Bantama. Upper East Region, Bogatanga and Binduli. Upper West Region, Wa. Northern Region, Karaga, Tamale and Yendi. And Savannah Region, Damango. These smart school buildings will be fitted with solar panels as we seek to promote new and environmentally sustainable energy. In effect, these smart schools will be off the national electricity grid. They will also have digitalized infrastructure to advance teaching and learning. The physical infrastructure takes cognizance of our unique climatic conditions and will create a conducive atmosphere for learning. The schools will represent a new urban landmark for urban and rural land use and planning. There will be modern, iconic facilities depicting the collective resolve of a people for transformative and futuristic education. The Ghana Smart Schools Project is in alignment with government's promise to enhance the free senior high school program, leveraging on technological advancements to enable students compete globally. It is in fulfillment of the Education for Sustainable Development agenda, a key element in the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals number 4, which prioritizes quality education, a key driver for the attainment of all 17 SDGs. It will provide the needed infrastructure to facilitate e-learning and digitalization to boost high school education in the country. Under a well-thought-out arrangement, each student will be provided with an electronic tablet on which are comprehensive teaching and learning management systems and digital learning contents to facilitate research, teaching, and learning. In conclusion, I am confident that together we can build a future where every Ghanaian child has access to a world-class education that unlocks his or her full potential. Let us embrace this opportunity to transform our schools into hubs of innovation and excellence. Let us work tirelessly to ensure that no child is left behind in the digital age. I want to thank the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Education Service, and the Center for Distance Learning and Open Schooling, which together have made this project a reality. The dedication of its members to the future of our nation is truly commendable. Let us continue to work together, knowing that the investments we make today will shape the destiny of generations to come. Accordingly, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor and pleasure to declare the Ghana Smart Schools Project duly launched. May God bless our efforts to build a brighter future for our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
Akufo-Addo, please put your hands together. Charlie, drop it. Mr. President, your children invite you to join them to officially unveil this great project for them and for posterity. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Mr. President, if it pleases you, I'd like to invite you to stand in the middle as I invite the Minister for Education, the Vice President of our Republic, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, and the Director General of the CTVET as the first party. A round of applause for them. And so it falls to your darling boy Edmond to officially present you with a knob to officially unveil. And so we do this in 3, in 2, and in 1. Behold the future of Ghana's education. It is the launch of the Ghana Smart Schools Project. Mr. President, behold the unveil as it comes up. Wow. This. And now, Mr. President, for one tablet, one student, I invite you to officially outdoor the first tablet to be given to our school children. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is the state-of-the-art tablet equipped with every modern device and software for teaching and learning. Mr. President, your children have a citation to present to you. The citation will be given to the Minister for Education, who would submit it to you. But before that, to read the citation is my sister. Take it over.
To His Excellency Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, with profound gratitude for your visionary leadership and your commitment to transforming Ghana's educational landscape through the implementation of the Ghana Smart School Project. Mr. President, your dedication to equipping Ghanaian students with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution is truly commendable. The Ghana Smart School Project stands as a testament to your resolute determination to provide all students with access to comprehensive teaching and learning management system, digital learning content, and electronic devices, thereby democratizing education and fostering an environment of equal opportunity. Through this groundbreaking initiative, you have paved the way for a paradigm shift in Ghana's educational landscape, breaking down barriers and empowering students across the nation to embrace the digital age with confidence and competence. Your vision and steadfast leadership have set the stage for a transformative journey, one that will undoubtedly shape the future of countless young minds and propel Ghana towards unprecedented growth and prosperity. On this auspicious occasion of the launch of the Ghana Smart School Project, we extend our deepest gratitude and admiration for your priceless contribution to the nation's development. You have laid the foundation for a brighter tomorrow where education is without barriers. Presented to you with the utmost respect and appreciation, Ministry of Education. Thank you.
Preceding the presentation, the minister has a few remarks.
Mr. President, the student has said it all, and we are grateful. But Mr. Vice President, today has finally come. A week did not pass when he called me and said, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" Mr. Vice President is here today. Mr. President, we are grateful. We are grateful.
And so finally, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Honorable Minister, if it pleases you, I would like to invite all ministers and ministers designates to please join for a group photo. A spot of music from the Ghana Police Band. Let there be celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Some of us go to the other side. Some of us go to the other side. Yes. Please go to the other side.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. For unto us this day is launched the Ghana Smart Schools Project. And with 3 happy cheers, we say hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. But we do this because it is possible. We do this because... Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Respectfully, I ask that you please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Say hello to them. He wants to go.
Oh, no, let's not go for the lunch. So, let's do the final thank you and then the vote of thanks, and then he can go. All right, thank you, Ghana Police Band. We are all involved in building a motherland. All right, there'll be a lot of time for that after this, I promise you. I have good news for you, fellow Ghanaians. Mr. President, if I may use that. The Vice President of our Republic has obliged to stay on after the end of proceedings for a special forum with all students and members of the public who want to join. It is going to be beautiful here. But before that, let's just watch these 2 short videos. We take the vote of thanks, and then the President of the Republic will take leave of us, first to take a big family photo outside, and then proceed to the experiential area where we'll display the smart classrooms and disability kiosks. For the next few minutes, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Ghana Smart Schools Project video. Preceding that, however, is the SMI tablet instructional video. Enjoy these 2 videos. out the best in us. We believe it is possible. Here to say thank you on behalf of all the children of Ghana for whom this great gesture has been done is a student of Bosomtwe Girls High School. Make welcome Adutwum Foko.
The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo. The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu.
Please, a round of applause. Adutwum, you've got this. Take it again.
The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo. The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The Minister of Education, Dr. Yao Osei Adutwum. The Minister for Communication and Digitalization. Members of Parliament present. Members of Council of State present. Members of Diplomatic Community present. All protocols duly observed. I deem it an honor and privilege to be given this opportunity to give this vote of thanks at such an August gathering. All too soon, we've come to the conclusion of a very successful program. We thank the omnipotent God for a peaceful event. On the behalf of the organizers, I wish to extend their words of appreciation to all those who played diverse roles in bringing this project into fruition. To the Ministry of Education, to the Ghana Education Service, to the TVET Commission, to the Sendros, to the Free SHS Secretariat for a good job done. One person who must be very excited today is the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia. Digital Bawumia, people refer to you as Dr. Digitalization. We thank you for your support towards the development and ushering Ghana towards its digital area. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to single out for special mention
at the backdrop outside for a family photo. Whatever is happening outside there will be beamed on the screens for us to see, and thereafter we shall have the Vice President of the Republic join us here for that interactive forum. Are we ready? Mr. President, in the matter of you versus your skeptics in the court of public interest, the verdict is out. Mr. President, you've been found innocent of all charges preferred against you. You have acted in the goodwill of Ghanaians and in the general interest of Ghanaians by prosecuting this agenda in very difficult times at great cost. Yet you've kept your promise as the promise keeper. You are hereby acquitted and discharged. Mr. President, may your legacy live long after you. We shall all rise, but before that, receive the blessing of God from the spokesperson of the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Arimiao Shaibu. Sheikh Arimiao Shaibu is represented by Mr. Abdul Majid Adam from the Student Loan Trust Fund. Let's make him welcome with a round of applause.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency Nana-Addo Akufo-Addo, Your Excellency the Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and all protocol observed, can we be in a mood of a prayer? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidul Majid. Allahumma barak ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidul Majid. Amen.
May God bless you, Mr. President. May God bless you, Mr. Vice President. May God bless us all in our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. Let's bring the music down. Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Let's all be seated. Shortly, we'll be joined by the Vice President of the Republic, who will have a very great engagement with you, students, together with all members of the public. A lot of you have asked interesting questions about this tablet. I have some good news for you. Lend me your attention as I walk you through a few fascinating facts. What is the rationale behind this project and the issuing of these tablets? Well, as you know, this is an extension of the government's Free SHS project, which is being digitalized. The objective is simple: to empower Ghanaian students to learn the smart way with limitless boundaries. I beg your pardon. What are the specifications of the tablets? You want to know? Okay, it's simple, all right? The screen size is 10 inches, just like this, as big as this, the Apple tablet. And for the RAM size, we're talking 4 gig. You know how big that space is? Let's talk storage capacity. We're talking 128 gig. For the battery life, we're talking 3.7 volts, 800 mAhs, lasting 7 to 8 hours. Now you can charge it via solar, power bank, Wi-Fi, SIM card enabled, and it's also portable, or it's also compatible with Android 12 operating system. How many of us are on Android? How many of us are on iOS? How many of us use YAM? May God help you. Let's ask one thing. How sustainable and durable is the tablet? Okay, we've tried it. The tablet has passed all quality tests. It's comparable to every global brand. It depends on you and how you use it. The SM1 tablet can outlive an average lifespan of most tech products. But let's ask, how is it going to be distributed? Very simple. The distribution. From the manager of the project, as he walks the president through, what the software will do to you. The tablet is strictly for learning and basic research, that's all. So until Ministry of Education deems it necessary to introduce new resources, access to unauthorized sites will be restricted. Students will not be allowed to upload unauthorized contents on the device. Teachers are able to monitor what happens on every device. Is that good news or bad news? See, Esenwara. But you know this is for all public senior high schools and TVETs, right? It's not for the private. Okay. What if your tablet breaks down? Any idea? Okay. We still got you sorted. We have set up a 24/7 online and in-person support in the 216 districts and in our partnership.
To make sure that there was a successful launch of the Ghana Smart Schools project. And what this essentially is that there are some tablets that are going to be given to students. But before we continue, let's listen to the Vice President right now as he's speaking after the launch.
I'm so happy for all of you, the students in the senior high schools. I'm so happy for all of Ghana because it's a historic day. A few months ago, I was in Estonia and I was having a discussion with the president of Estonia, and Estonia is one of the most digitalized countries in the world. And so we were having a discussion, and their education system is clearly one of the best. If you look at their achievements for example, the whole of Europe, Estonia is #1 in mathematics. And it's a small country, and they benefited a lot from digitalization. And they've done so much in their system. So when I was discussing with the president and we're talking about things that we were doing in Ghana, and I mentioned to the president of Estonia that Ghana is going to be implementing a one student, one tablet policy in our senior high schools. He was taken a little aback and then told me that they have also thought about it in Estonia, but they have not yet been able to do it. And so he made a joke, all of you, the students, the tools to be part of the 4th Industrial Revolution. As the Minister for Education said, we missed the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd Industrial Revolutions. We are now in the 4th Industrial Revolution, and thanks to the President Nana-Addo, Ghana is not going to miss out on the 4th Industrial Revolution. We are joining the 4th Industrial Revolution where it matters, in our schools, so that we can empower all of you to drive Ghana's progress in the 4th Industrial Revolution. So I want to congratulate all of you. I know that in due course that you will each have the tablets in your hands. They will start process of distributing them across the country, but you have to be patient. It will get to your turn. I am so excited. You don't really know how excited I am, but I know that Ghana is leading Africa and is one of the leaders in the world in this area, and I'm very happy for that. Thank you so much for your attention.
Mr. Vice President, President Bawumia Beba. President Bawumia na open Obeba. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President. All right. Mpacho. Humbly I invite the Minister for Education, the Honorable Dr. Say Adutwum. All right. Okay, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Okay, so for the first time, we're going to see the Vice President of our Republic engage in a very personal way, a very warm and hearty way with students from various senior high schools and TVET institutions. Would you please make welcome the panelists who will set this engagement off? Thomas Bihibi. A round of applause as he comes from Applied Technology Institute, Legon. From Bosumtwi Girls High School, Edu Roberta. Let's make welcome from Wesley Grammar, Ativo, Gosway, Kwabla. Let's make welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from the Accra Technical Training Center, Abdul Aziz Khadija. From Wesley Grammar again, Marvelous Ano. Okay. We welcome you all, our dear ministers. And so, the Vice President is going to moderate this panel himself. As the Vice President, behold your children as they engage with you. You shall all ask the Vice President your question. He would answer, and then we'll throw it to the floor for more engagements. Let's start with you, Thomas Bilibi, Applied Technology Institute, Legon. Sit down. Give a mic.
I want to take this opportunity to ask our Excellency, the Vice President of Ghana. We appreciate the works you people have been doing, and I think this government is the second Jesus for students. In the TVET sector, I am in Applied Technology Institute, and we really appreciate what you
paid lip service to. I think it is very clear that we have done more in TVET in terms of investment than any other government in the Fourth Republic. We've really retooled the 34 National Vocational and Technical Institutes, spent quite a lot of money on them, probably close to $120 million in revamping the MVTIs. We've also done 10 technical universities that we have done, and also about 13 technical colleges in terms of really rehabilitation. I think spending so much in those, also over $100 million in revamping them. We've provided free TVET, and you've seen that before 2017, annually you had about 20,000 students enrolling in TVET. Today, because of the policies that we've pursued in the TVET area, the total enrollment is around 157,000 students in TVET today. And so you're seeing a lot of people, and TVET is now becoming aspirational, rather than being a place where people who did not do well will go to. And I think that we will continue to invest. The tablets that are coming to the TVET students will be a lot of help, especially, but you cannot even from the kindergarten level, our aim is to get digital devices across. The President made the point that the universities, tertiary education are also going to be included so that we can have the devices also in the tertiary schools. When I spoke to the country on the 7th of February, I made that point that we wanted to provide, because there are a lot of students in the universities also who don't have laptops and so on. So we are going to have to do so. So the basic schools, there's a lot of work going on in the basic schools to transform what a primary school looks like, to bring smart classes into the basic schools. So there's a lot of work, and the Minister for Education is doing a lot of work for the primary schools and the junior high schools. The new classroom designs have been in place, and these will be smart classes as we move along. Minister for Education, maybe you can elaborate a little bit on what we are doing in the basic schools.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. About 3 months ago, you visited a village called Azah in the Yellow Krobo district. Mr. Vice President, you promised them that their school that is run down, about to collapse, will be transformed. Mr. Vice President, yesterday I spoke with the DC, and he said now a new school has been built, it has been roofed. And so we are not leaving out the basic schools at all. Major transformation is taking place. We can't talk about 21st century learning in 19th century classrooms. So the old school building that you see at Nagode, near Nyinehini, will be a thing of the past. Beautiful school has been built across the length and breadth of this country. New schools have been built so that you can create a 21st century learning environment to really power our nation out of poverty through digitalization. So, Mr. Vice President, at the Ministry of Education, your vision and that of the President is being implemented. You can look at the junior high schools. So this government have not left out the basic schools at all. A new kind of basic school system is emerging. You can see it on your screens. When did you ever think that junior high schools would look like the one you are seeing? And it's now coming live in Ghana. It has been built, that is it. So you see those junior high schools, and you know that truly it is possible that we can transform our fortunes. So, Mr. Vice President, your vision is there clearly, and the President's vision is being implemented and executed at the Ministry of Education. Smart classrooms have been established in the junior high schools. Very soon it will be launched by the Vice President. So I'm super excited about this opportunity.
All right. We shall take the last one from Marvelous Ano from Wesley Grammar School.
Good day, everyone. I go by the name Marvelous Ano, and I'm half Nigerian, half Ghanaian. And before I say anything, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. And I would like to acknowledge the President, the Vice President, and all his supportive members of Parliament for this massive work done. So, per what I've heard and per what I've experienced, unlike other countries, let me use Nigeria for example. My auntie told me that in Nigeria, the educational system, for the first year students, when you enter into the school, you learn 15 subjects. And for the second year, you split up to your various categories, meaning you'll try to bring out your capabilities and stuff. But I think that it increases their burden. But with here, it's very easy. And I believe that education is not just about reading books all the time. Whatever our social environment all counts up. And we study 9 subjects, yes. And then with these 9 subjects, most of the students don't know their potentials or their capabilities. So what are the measures to be put in place to make sure that they discover these potentials?
Thank you very much. I think that we are sort of having this great opportunity to have the whole world at our feet with these tablets and the access to information. And I would agree with you that we are doing relatively well in Ghana. And this is why we continue to top the WAEC exams in West Africa. But I think that in terms of knowing how you are going to proceed going forward, the various interventions that we are putting in place at the primary school level, at the junior high school level, will give us a much broader canvas to paint on. So that, as the Minister was saying, if you look at the new schools that we are putting in place, you're going to be able to collapse 10 schools into one in a community. And all of them will be there. Best teachers, best smart classrooms and all of that. And so you will have a broader base of knowledge moving from primary school to junior high school than currently, from junior high school to senior high school, and progressively on to tertiary education. So we are widening opportunities and making opportunities available to all of you. You know, for some of us, when I went to senior high school, those days were pretty tough. In Ghana, the books we were writing exams on, we didn't have the books, and it was a big problem. But we are making sure you guys don't suffer those sorts of situations. You will have a whole, you know, availability of a whole set of resources on these tablets, and I expect us to continue topping the WAEC and move further to others in the future. Thank you.
Man, let's hear it up one more time for the Vice President of the Republic. Mr. Vice President, we've taken a lot of your time, but the Vice President has obliged to interact personally with all of us here. And so right after this, he will come down and take selfies and ask you personally what your thoughts are. But in closing, Mr. Vice President, Honorable Minister, behold your children. What are your parting thoughts to them? Let's start with you, Honorable Minister.
It's an exciting day today. If you are flanked by the future leaders of our nation, and we mean it when we say that. To our party and our government and our ministry, it's not a cliche when we say you are the future leaders. That is why great investment is being made in you. That is why dilapidated structures are being pulled down. In their places, new schools are being built. That is why we're able to prevail upon the World Bank and Arab Development Bank to give us the opportunity to build new schools, and we are building new schools. We truly do not want to leave any child behind. And I'm excited to have students coming from across the length and breadth of this country, including my own Bosomtwe, here today. And Bosomtwe, this is their 3rd year of operation. With a new vision of the Vice President and the President, we have affiliated them to Wesley Girls. 4 weeks ago, when we were at Wesley Girls with the President, Bosomtwe students had gone there to learn the Wesley Girls way. So in 5 to 10 years' time, we're going to get a very high-performing girls' school in the rural community where they are located. The future of this nation will be brighter going forward. And I believe that the better days of our nation is ahead of us and not behind us. Make no mistake about it. You're going to have others tell you the sky is falling. Check for yourself and understand that a new path has been created. A new Ghana is emerging. The better days of our country is truly, truly ahead of us. So I'm honored to have every one of you, and also to have the best MC in the world. I insisted that we needed him, and I'm glad he canceled other appointments to be here. He's one of the finest that this nation has. His choice of words, the power of his words, can really get you into action. You leave here and want to do more because he told you to do more. We are grateful.
Thank you.
And also, you are wearing the red tie. You got the memo. But Mr. Vice President, we are so grateful, and I'm so happy. I'm so relieved, because every week he will send a message and say, Minister, how is the project? Mr. Vice President, here is the project. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Sometimes I can be very hard on our ministers. When I'm trying to get a project done, I usually can call them at midnight, and this will send a message. But I must say, in closing, that frankly, this is one of the most exciting days since we've been in office, since 2017. It is really a dream come true, because we thought that it was very, very important. I mean, what is the history? The history is that so many are excluded. So many are excluded from educational opportunities. And the quality of education tends to vary a lot between the privileged schools and the underprivileged schools, between the rural and the urban. And even within the urban, there are more, high-flying schools than others. Then the whole issue of teaching, who has access to the best teachers, who has access to the textbooks. You could have, when I was growing up in Tamale Secondary, we were writing one A-level subject in literature, and we didn't have the book. But we're going to be examined on it. And that is but you see that the inequality in opportunities is very, very stark. And so we made the case that going digital through these tablets and loading all the material, the textbooks, the lesson notes, the past questions, the videos, to see some of the best teachers teaching mathematics. So if you want to get a sense of how this topic was treated, you can have access. And this is the work of Sendlos and all of that, which is reflected here. And so we are looking at equalizing opportunities across the schools, across the regions, across the whole country, so that the student will have, who is in, Kiriga Primary or anywhere in the country, can have access to the same material that the student in Infansipim has or Achimota has. So you are equalizing opportunities. So you just now need to work hard. And so that is one area that I think is so remarkable about what has happened today. Let us not take it for granted, because I'm not aware of any country on the African continent that has done so. And I was speaking to the minister before this. I said, how many countries in the world have really been able to do one tablet, one laptop? And he was yet to find one. For all students. He has seen tabs. So what we are doing is very remarkable. Very, very remarkable. And I think we should remember this day and build on it. Of course, we have just launched it. Let us make sure that all the tablets are efficiently distributed to all the students. And I am sure that this is going to really open up and allow the students to do even greater things. We are entering into the 4th industrial revolution, and we are going to be up there with any country in the world. And I am excited about that. Thank you all very much. I want to leave the last message I want to give to the students who are here. Never let anybody tell you it is not possible. Your mindset should be one of possibilities. Make sure what we have done today tells you that it is possible. And you should never let anyone tell you it isn't. Because it is possible if you apply yourself and work hard. And let us go and work hard. Thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of our Republic, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. A resounding round of applause. Mr. Vice President, on behalf of all the students here, I'd like to say a very big thank you for availing yourself. I shall ask for 2 important photographs. One with the children together with all the headmasters of the schools present. I'd like to acknowledge them as they come and join you upstage. Let's hear it up for the headmasters of the following schools. Accra Technical Training.
Right, so right there, that panel discussion with the Education Minister and with the Vice President. Obviously, this is all about the Ghana Smart Schools project, trying to enhance our education system here in this country, trying to make teaching and learning easy. And you heard the Vice President there say that with these tablets that have been given to the students, it means the issue of no textbooks can be a thing of the past, because when you get into the learning management system on these tablets that are given to the students, they can have all the textbooks that are needed in them. So, I mean, if I can have a textbook on the tablet and I'm able to read and get all the information that I need for my exams and for my learning, why will I need the physical book when I can just go to the tablet? It makes everything very easy. It even saves cost and saves time, because with the physical textbook, a lot of money would be needed to go into printing and what have you. But when you have a soft copy, I mean, you're good to go. So the possibilities are, I don't want to use the word endless, but the possibilities are, quite a lot, and the benefit.
It's important that I invite the Deputy Ministers for Education to please join together with the Chief Director. Respectfully, I invite you to join. Director General of the GES, together with the Director General of the CTVET and the online training platform too. NTC, please join us. Snaka and NACA Director General, please. And so His Excellency the Vice President will come around and interact with you